Good morning, class 11. Today I am going to start a new chapter of statistics, that is index numbers. Now today I am going to explain you the meaning of index numbers with a small example, and it goes like this. Let us consider a situation of rising prices during the year, let's say 2019. So now, due to this rising prices, we are faced with three basic questions. The first is, compared to which year have the prices risen during 2019? Second question is, how do we handle the situation when the prices of second, or let's say some goods rise more than the others? And third, can prices of different goods be expressed in terms of any standard unit? So the answer to these questions is the index numbers. So if I have to answer the first question, that compared to which year have the prices risen during 2019, so I would say that with reference to some previous years, like let's take 2016 would be the year of reference with which, let's say, we are comparing the prices of 2019. So children, here the 2016 becomes the base year price. So prices during the base year are always taken as 100. So this is the answer to first question. Then our second question is, how do we handle the situation when the prices of some goods rise more than the other? Well children, the study of index numbers suggests that to handle this situation, what we can do is we can take the average change. That means we need to take out the average. For example, if the prices of potatoes has risen more, let's say from 100 to 200, and the price of onions has risen from 100 to 300, then what we'll do, we will consider the average. So average will be like 200 plus 300, and you divide by 2 and your average comes to 250. Then the third question is, can prices of different goods be expressed in terms of any standard unit? Yes children, the answer is that according to index numbers, only percentage change in prices of various goods and services are to be considered. It means that you can express the price of different goods only in terms of percentage. So that means that index numbers is a statistical device for measuring the relative changes in magnitude of a group of related variable over time. And here, as I told you, that index numbers are always expressed in terms of percentage, and at the same time of the two period which are taken as to be compared with each other, in which the previous year is taken as the base year, and you know very well that in a base year is always taken, that is index number of base year is always taken as 100. So children, simple language you can say, index number helps us to find out percentage change in the values of different variables over time with reference to some base year, and of course which happens to be the year of comparison. So according to Croxton and Cowden, index numbers are devices for measuring difference in the magnitude of a group of related variables. Now let's see what are the uses of index number. Why do we use this index number? So there are number of the reasons. So if we talk about the uses of index number, the very first use is measurement of change in the price level or the value of money. Now which means that the most important use of index number is that index number, it actually measures the value of money during different period of time. So what we can do, that index number can help us to know the impact of the change in the value of money on different sections of society, because you know very well that the impact of money will not be same on all the sections of the society. So index number helps us to know that. Then knowledge of the change in standard of living. Well children, index number of course helps us to know the living standard of the people, the changes in the living standard of people. As money income may increase, but if index number shows decrease in the value of money, that is, it means the living standard may even decline. So index number is actually a real indicator of a real income. Then question comes, adjustment in salaries and allowances. Index number are very useful children. Rather I must say that they are a useful guide for the government and private enterprises to make all the necessary changes or adjustment in salaries and allowances of their workers, because increase in cost of living of course suggest increase in salaries and allowances. Then useful to business community. Now price index is a very useful guide to a business community in implementing or planning their decisions, or let's say their policies. As you know, the trend of the prices, they of course influence their production decision. Then information regarding production means index number of production shows whether the level of agriculture and industrial production in the economy is increasing or decreasing, and accordingly people they implement or they formulate their policies. Then the information regarding foreign trade. Now when we talk about information regarding foreign trade, so here we mean to say that it is because of index of export and import, which gives a very useful information regarding which kind of policies are to be formulated to improvise our export or to take care of our import. Then useful to politicians. Now children, you know very well that politicians are the people who actually come across the real economic condition of our country, right? So actually index number helps them to know about the economic condition of a country, and accordingly they keep on giving some constructive ideas to the government so as to improve the economy of the country. And last but not the least is useful to government. Now children, index number are very much helpful for the government, because it is through the index number only that our government is able to formulate the monetary and fiscal policies. Monetary policies related to the banking issues and fiscal policies related to the, let's say, the budgetary issues of the government, and they accordingly they take the steps, you know, for the economic development of the country. So children, these are basic uses of index number. Now this index number, though it has been classified into number of different categories, but as we are only concerned with the two basic types of the index number, that is the consumer price index, or you can say cost of living index number, and the next is wholesale price index. So let me explain you the first one, that is consumer price index. When I talk about consumer price index, children, then if we have to know the effects of changing prices on the living of different classes of society, because you know when the prices change, then it always have a different kind of impact on the different sections of the society. So if you want to know that effect, we need a special type of price index, and that special type of price index is known as consumer price index or cost of living index number. So you can say the consumer price index is actually the index which measures the average change in prices which are being paid by different classes of a consumer for goods and services consumed by them in the current year in comparison to the base year. So that is what is the consumer price index is all about. And children, there are two methods of construction of consumer price index. One is aggregative expenditure method and another is family budget method. Now the next price index is the wholesale price index or WPI. Now when we talk about the wholesale price index, so children, this index basically measures the relative changes in the prices of commodities traded in the wholesale market. So this wholesale price index are very useful, let's say, because they are being used to forecast the demand and supply situation in the economy. And at the same time, children, the wholesale price index can also be used to estimate the monetary value and real value of the aggregates like national income and expenditure. So this is all about index number.